Janet, once you sign those divorce papers, I'm going to need you to get out of my sight. You need to leave this house already.
What are you talking about? Where did all of this come from? What do you mean, sign the divorce papers?
What, don't you know how to read English? You know what it means. I'm the man of the house, so you need to do what I say and stop complaining. Just hurry up and sign the damn divorce papers and get out.
But don't I deserve to know why, at the very least?
I was just appointed to be the vice president of my company, so I don't need a piece of filth like you as a wife.
What? When did that happen?
Today. The CEO called me into his office, and as soon as I saw him and from his facial expression, I knew it wasn't anything bad. He said the results of the last project we worked on were exceptional. And that's why he told me that I'm fit to be the VP here.
Wow, that's amazing. You've been working really hard recently and it's finally paid off. I'm really proud of you for being recognized by the president.
If you have the time to be celebrating, I'm sure you have time to pack your bags and leave. You won't be able to measure up to me anymore. I'm the VP of a super-renowned company around the world, and I need to find a better wife too.
Don't say that, Brad.
I worked my behind off to get to this position. Someone like me can't have a wife who is just stuck at home doing housework all day. I feel like once people find out my wife isn't anybody important, my reputation is going to sink like the Titanic. I don't want that to happen.
How could you say that to me? I've been keeping the house clean and doing everything so you could focus on your work. I made it so that you didn't have to do any chores. Not to mention that I was the one who took care of your parents by myself. I was the only one who looked after them straight up until they passed. I actually think that it was partly thanks to me that you were able to get this promotion. If it weren't for me, you probably wouldn't have had all the time to focus on your work.
Are you kidding? All you've done is housework. Do you know how stupid you sound right now? The only thing that made me VP was my own hard work. You'd ever help me in the slightest. I could have been living by myself and I still would have gotten the position.
OMG. What did you say to me?
Arrogant women like you think they actually contribute to a man's life when they don't do crap. And they're the ones who are worth nothing and try to ride off their husband's success. It's so pathetic. There's nothing I hate in this world more than a woman who acts like a parasite like that. I don't care if you like it or not. We're getting a divorce. There must be a wealthier and more beautiful woman out there who is perfect for me. I'll only accept a woman in my life if she's as successful as I am.
Wait, Liam. Why can't we just sit down and have a conversation about this before jumping straight to divorce? I don't get your thought process. I can't accept a reason like that for a divorce, can I? A divorce needs both parties to be in agreement, right? I need you to give me a better explanation.
I don't need you to agree with me. If I'm telling you to get out, you need to get out. Simple as that. What's so hard to understand about that?
2 hours later.
Dad just told me that you're getting a divorce. He told me that he's kicking you out of the house. Finally.
He's being really mean to me, isn't he? He told me that he doesn't need me anymore because he's going to be the VP. I've worked so hard to support him all these years, and this is the thanks I get, huh?
Well, it's only natural that Dad would want to get rid of you though, Mom.
Huh?
The only thing you've ever done is be a housekeeper, so you don't get to be sad if you're only getting what you deserve. You better listen to what Dad says and leave. He's going to get really busy with work, and he doesn't need you to bother him.
Lizzie. Stop this. Do you actually want us to get a divorce? And you're telling me to get out? You're really trying to kick your own mother out of the house?
What? Did you think I would get kicked out along with you? No chance. I'm going to stay on Dad's side so I can live with him. He's going to be a VP, right? So that means he'll have more money to buy me whatever I want. There's no room in here for you anymore. Hurry up and leave. You're useless now.
I can't believe you just said those things to me, Lizzie. I'm your mother.
We don't need you anymore. You're just a boring old lady whose only purpose was to be our maid. We're done with you. There's not a single thing about you I can even respect. Unlike Dad. It was only a matter of time before we could finally kick you out. It's so sad that your own daughter doesn't even want to go with you, when she has a choice to either go with you or her father, isn't it?
Great. Now you're talking to me like that too.
Like what?
Like your father. I know you always like to team up with your father and go against me. You have no idea how much this hurts me.
Fine. Let me ask you this then. What about you is worth my respect? You just do the choice at home and that's all you ever do. I can't see myself respecting someone like that. I don't even want to acknowledge you as my mom anymore. It's embarrassing. You might as well just be alive and maid or something.
I'm doing everything I can to support my family in my own way. I wake up the earliest and go to sleep the latest, just so I can make sure you all have what you need. I've been working so hard to do all the housework so your father could focus on his work and so that you could focus on your schoolwork. And you won't even respect me for that? What have I been working so hard for then?
It goes without saying that a maid would do the work she was hired for. What are you even talking about? If it wasn't for Dad, you wouldn't be able to survive. You're acting all high and mighty for what? You're doing the bare minimum and you want me to respect you for that? Don't be stupid.
Your father is allergic to dust, so I make sure everything was dust-free at all times. And you, young lady, you're allergic to eggs, dairy, and wheat. So I hand-prepare all 3 meals for you every single day so that they don't contact those specific ingredients. I do this for you every damn day. 365 days a year. I even took care of your father's parents in their old age, and I did that without any help. I've been doing all of that by myself. Are you saying that it's the given that I should be doing all of that? Because if you are, then you're really taking me for granted. Do you realize that?
Duh. Why don't you realize that everything you've been doing is literally just the bare minimum?
I see. If that's what you think, then I don't have anything left to say. I've been so much for you to all these years, and it seems like neither of you are grateful. I'll divorce your father and leave, just like you want.
Okay, good. Finally. I know Dad will find another wife who is 100 times better than you. I can't wait for that to happen so I can enjoy my new life with my new mom and dad. We're finished with you, and we don't want you in our lives anymore. I hope you know that. I never want to see your face again. Bye, Mom.
1 year later.
Mom. You have to come to the hospital right now. Dad was in an accident and he's unconscious.
What? Is he all right?
I just got a phone call from the hospital. I think he's fine. It sounds like nobody else was involved, but apparently he was the one who caused the accident.
What happened?
He was drinking at a work party and went back home driving in his car. And I think he ran into a light pole and someone who witnessed the accident called an ambulance for him. The doctor said he needs a blood transfusion. They said Dad's blood type is AB negative. The blood they prepared for wasn't enough, so they're asking for a family member who has the same blood type. And that's you, Mom. Your blood type is AB negative just like his, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm surprised you remembered that.
Well, come on then. Dad's life is in danger. You have to come to the hospital right now and help him. I'm on my way to the hospital now too.
I'm sorry, Lizzie. I can't go to the hospital.
What? Why not? Dad could die.
Well, you told me to never show my face in front of you ever again.
What? But Mom, that was a long time ago. Please.
Remember, Liam and I got divorced. That's what you said. Isn't that right? You told me to never show my face to you again. I still have a conversation in my phone if you want to see it. And why don't you go and ask your new mother for help? She should somehow be able to help, right? So I'm sorry to hear about all of this, but please don't bother me with things like this again.
No. This isn't the time to be saying things like that. He doesn't even have a new wife.
Oh, really? He hasn't gotten remarried yet? That's interesting. I thought he would have found a better wife than me by now.
He was pretty keen on it the last time we spoke. He hasn't met anyone who meets his standards. He did meet one lady who looked pretty nice, and she went to a good university and everything. But she ran off and left him because she said it was too much work to take care of him. That's what they all say. There are always nothing but stupid women like that he dates.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry to hear that too.
Enough about that. You need to come and help him. I can't just stand by and not do anything. His life is in danger. You're the only one who can help him, so come to the hospital. If Dad doesn't make it, my life would be over.
That's true. You've been able to live in luxury thanks to him. In the worst case, you probably wouldn't stand a chance living on your own.
You think I don't know that? Stop talking and just come to the hospital already. If you don't get here on time to give him blood, it's going to be too late for him. You'd help him if you were really my mother. And you'd help him if you were really his wife.
That's funny because I'm not either of those anymore. I thought I was just your housekeeper.
Huh?
I'm sorry to say this while you're clearly going through a rough time, but I'm neither your mother nor Liam's wife anymore. I don't have any obligations to help either of you. You never treated me like your family, so why should I turn around and treat you like mine?
What? What in the world are you talking about? Do you know how serious this is? This isn't any time for your jokes. His life is at stake.
Well, let me ask you this. How serious is it really?
What do you mean? It's really serious.
You threw me out of your life and told me I wasn't worth anything. Imagine what it's like to have my own daughter tell me I was nothing but a housekeeper. That was a year ago, but the anger I felt at the time is definitely still there. Is it serious enough that I have to forget everything you've both done to me so I can help him?
Yes. Please.
Because it might be serious for you, but not for me.
Mom, are you really still mad over the divorce and what happened before? That was over a year ago.
Obviously. I wouldn't be mad if someone they loved did that to them. But this is a life or death situation. It doesn't matter if you divorced him. You were still married to him at one point. You must have loved him at one point, didn't you? You loved him from way before I was born. That's more than 17 years. And you're still not going to help him? The past doesn't concern me anymore. I'm not related to him anymore since the divorce. I don't know him. I'm terribly sorry about the accident, but I'm afraid I can't help him.
Are you just going to abandon him? For real?
You're the one who abandoned me first. Why do you have to turn it around and make it sound like I'm the bad guy?
No, I wasn't trying to.
I was abandoned by my husband and daughter, and now I'm standing on my own 2 feet and doing all I can to give myself a good life. And I'm going to continue doing that. I have to go to work soon. It's the night shift and it gets really busy. I'd appreciate it if you didn't message me anymore. Goodbye, Lizzie.
Mom?
1 week later.
Janet, Lizzie told me everything. I can't believe you turned down my request for the blood transfusion. You almost had me for dead.
Oh, you're alive? And you're well enough to text on your phone. That's great. Good for you. You were able to find another donor, so I get mad at me. All's well that ends well, am I right? You should be happy you're alive.
Happy? You tried to get revenge for the divorce by turning me away when I was about to die. You're a despicable woman. I'm never going to forgive you. If you want me to forgive you, you have to come to the hospital, kneel before me and apologize. And then you're going to have to take care of me.
Wow. Where did all of that come from suddenly? Heck no, I'm not going to do that.
I might have survived, but my entire body hurts. I can barely move. I also can't be calling my nurse for every little thing, so I need someone to be here to help. That someone is going to be you. If you come here and take care of me, then I'll forgive you.
I don't need your forgiveness, so I'll pass on that.
What?
If you need someone to take care of you that much, why don't you ask Lizzie?
Why would I want to put that responsibility on my daughter? Or are you that stupid to know?
Don't tell me that even Lizzie's abandoned you.
She is unbelievable. I have made sure she had everything she wanted and gave her an amazing life. But now she's turned her back on me because I got fired from my job.
Oh wow.
She's got an attitude with me now because I can't buy her things. She's so materialistic.
Oh dear. You got fired from your job? What happened to the VP role?
The CEO is a stubborn guy. He found out that I was drinking under the influence and he fired me on the spot.
Oh. Well, that makes sense. You broke the law. Anyone would have fired you. Being VP would have put you among the highest-ranking people in the company. They can't have someone that important breaking the law, can they?
Whatever. Who cares? I won't let that get to me. I'll find an even better job in no time. I know tons of places who'd be begging to hire me. That's why you need to get here and take care of me so I can heal properly. I need to get back to work. If other companies call to offer me jobs, I won't be able to take them if I'm not healthy enough to work. You see what I'm saying?
Who do you think you are talking to? I'm not going anywhere. If you need someone that badly and Lizzie isn't going to help you, why don't you hire a maid?
I can't do that. That's a waste of money. My hospital bill is expensive as it is. I requested a private ward, so it's costing me a lot every day. Why would I waste money hiring someone when you can do it for free? It's the thing that makes the most sense.
What? Excuse me?
Don't you see your ex-husband is struggling right now? It's your job to care for me even if we divorce. It's your obligation.
Says who?
If you come and help me, I might even think about remarrying you.
Oh please, get over yourself. I'd never want to remarry you. And I wouldn't come to help you even if you paid me $1 million. Anyways, I have my wedding today, so I need to go and prepare everything.
What? What do you mean your wedding?
I'm getting married to my boyfriend. It's funny, really. The day I thought I could finally erase you from my memory, you come back to haunt me. But speaking of not letting things get to me, I'm not letting that ruin my special day either. So anyway, we need to wrap up this conversation.
You've got to be kidding me. We only just got divorced and you're getting married already.
We didn't just get divorced. That was over a year ago. A year is plenty of time to find someone new. My friends introduced me to a number of wonderful people as soon as we got divorced anyway. They kept telling me that I deserved a better man in my life, and I got exactly that.
OMG. No way.
You see, I had a family in the past who treated me like a maid and never appreciated a single thing I did for them. For a good while, I've been keeping my stress under control with the help of my good friends. And they kept telling me that I needed to break up with you. But I just kept trying to convince myself that I still cared about you. But as soon as I told them about the divorce, some of them had already found some guys who were waiting to meet me.
What the hell? And now you're getting married to one of those random guys your friends introduced you to?
Oh, absolutely. I met this really amazing person. He loves me so much, and so do I. He's respectful, he's appreciative for everything I do around the house. He's a wonderful man who treats me like how I deserve to be treated.
No, it can't be. So does that really mean you won't come to take care of me?
What do you think? That's a dumb question, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go and get married to this lovely man, and the wedding is going to be beautiful. I'm off now. Goodbye.
Several days later.
Hey Mom. Dad told me you'll all be married soon. Already got married to someone else?
Yes, Lizzie, I'm enjoying my new life with my new husband. Do you have a problem with that?
What the heck? That's not fair. Why do you get to live a new life and leave us here? I digged into it, and the guy you married is an attorney, right? I heard that he works for a huge law firm and he makes a lot of money.
That's more than a little bit of research, isn't it? Why does any of that concern you?
Listen, Mom. How about I come and live with you?
Excuse me.
I promise I'll be nice and get along with my new dad too.
Why do you need to live with me all of a sudden? You live with your father. Besides, he's been treating me like garbage this whole time, so what's the sudden change of heart?
I don't care about him anymore. He's so selfish and only cares about himself. I don't want to take care of him anymore either.
Huh?
He texts me like literally every 10 minutes. He keeps saying things like I should go to the hospital and give him a massage because his body aches. Or he'd say that the hospital food is bad, so I should cook him something and bring it for him. I want to try and help him as much as I can, but it's just too much. He's just so full of himself and expects me to do every single thing for him. It's getting so stressful, and I just found myself caring about him less than this every day.
Well, he hasn't changed. I'm not surprised.
Also, you know how he got fired from his job?
Right.
He still acts like he's the king of the world even though he's unemployed. Also, I haven't told him yet, but the doctors told me that he might be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
What? Really?
If he goes through with the rehab, they said he might be able to learn to walk again, but knowing the type of person he is, it's never going to happen. He's so stubborn and won't admit he's even injured. Even the doctors said that he's too stubborn to follow the rehab protocols. He'll probably never get better at this rate.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
And if he stays in a wheelchair forever, then that means I'm going to be the one who has to take care of him, right? I probably end up hating his guts if I have to be the one to take care of him. I need to escape while I can. So please, Mom, can I come live with you?
No, sorry, Lizzie.
I'll behave and I won't get in any fights or anything with my new dad. Please, let me come and live with you.
Sorry, but I don't have a daughter.
What?
When I got divorced from my husband a year ago, I decided to cut you off too. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a daughter anymore. And whatever happens to you is no concern of mine.
How could you say something so awful to your own daughter? You still gave birth to me. And that means you're my mother whether you say so or not. You can't just say you don't care about me.
You only want to be my daughter when it's convenient to you. You stayed on his side and actually pushed for the divorce to happen. Once we did get divorced, you helped him to kick me out. I haven't forgotten a single thing you've done or said to me. No matter how hard I worked for you too, you kept talking down to me. Every day of my life since you two turned on me for whatever reason has been nothing but torture and agony.
No, well, about that. I'm sorry, Mom.
I would never want to live with the same person who caused me so much pain. Just thinking about it makes me feel sick. Now it's my turn to say this to you. Never show your face in front of me ever again. I'm done with you and I don't want you in my life anymore. Bye.
No, wait, Mom. Listen, please don't do this to me.
Goodbye. Word on the street is that my ex-husband has been treating the nurses at the hospital like they're his personal maids. His behavior apparently became so intolerable that the hospital staff deemed him unfit and forced him to leave. He attempted to secure a new job, but not a single company responded to his inquiries. No one is willing to hire him once they learn the reason for his dismissal. I heard he even approached his former boss and pleaded for re-employment, but it was to no avail. Let's hope he manages to find a job at some point. As for my daughter, Lizzie, she continues to reside with her father, taking care of him while he navigates life in a wheelchair. She's been putting in tremendous effort to care for him, but he offers her no respect or appreciation. Instead, it seems like he's only making the situation worse with each passing day. Lizzie has been texting me frequently, but I haven't responded. She sends a barrage of messages, most of which are complaints about Liam, but one message stood out to me in particular. She mentioned once that she was considering running away from home in the middle of the night. That was a couple of days ago, and I haven't received a message from her since. The way Liam has been treating her has left her battling severe depression, and she's come to the conclusion that running away is her only recourse. I'm unsure if she actually went through with it, but I don't intend to find out. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope for her safety and well-being.